And just like that, he kicked the bucket. Was never able to walk again. His brother had to carry him every single time he wanted to go somewhere. He just couldn't. He couldn't do it anymore. Just kidding. He actually was alright that time. He just fell into a bush and walked it off. But anyway, this game is called ZOR, Pilgrimage of the Slorfs. And what this game is, it's like a survival game. It has crafting. It has a lot of course, cards that you see here that are the different actions. For example, if you do explore, it'll cost you food to do that action. You can walk around or you can attack anything that's near you. So normally you'd think in a card game you need the actual card to do the thing you're trying to do, like attack or block or walk or whichever. In this game, however, if you do an exploration or any type of movement card and there's a creature that's by you, you can attack it if you're close enough to it. So you don't have to worry about using attack cards only. You'll be able to pick up other cards like club, rock, branch, and you could use it to do more damage to the creatures that are around you. In this game, you are two creatures, not one. So if one creature dies, the game is over. Doesn't matter who it is. If the pink one dies to a bee, the orange one gets killed by a grimp, which is like a one-eyed cyclops that's got fur on top of it, then you have to start all over. But after every single run, you have your camp, which you can upgrade your deck or the actual camp itself, giving you additional buffs like more food, more water, maybe even health gain, whichever that can be and whichever materials that you find. And in these maps that you have to kill these creatures or bosses, you have to find food and water. If you don't, then you can't use those cards that take water or food to move. If they're a free card, like Motivation, then you don't have to worry about taking anything or even damage if you have no food to use that card for. Then, of course, you have Forage, which takes water. Club takes water as well. Then, of course, food that you can use to get your food and water back up, like Grimp Eye and Fish. Grimp Eye gives you water and food to each. And if you're right next to your friend, he also gets it. After you're done picking up everything from harvesting branches and stones to getting the gems that you need to upgrade your and manage your own deck, you can make a camp. And that's when you're able to go and heal, craft, or whichever. Like I said, I picked this game for under like $17 on Steam. And I'd say about the first 2 hours I played the tutorial because I didn't understand it really. And after you kind of get it more and more how these two work together, how movement and attack kind of works, it's actually pretty damn fun and pretty difficult for a lot of these enemies. For example, the bees, if they don't spawn from a honeycomb nest, they'll have evade or block or armor. And you have to knock that out and then kill them with the other creature or you'll take a shit ton of damage. Same thing if you find an armored grimp. The one-eyed cyclops looking thing that has a fur on top of it, if that thing hits you, that's 2 damage each, and it just keeps on going. If you have no food, no water, then you're going to take thirst and hunger damage unless you could find enough food to get there. So it's a lot of balancing stuff out, but also having to use the right cards without having to waste a shit ton of health. For example, at first, I didn't understand the whole food and water, so every time I'd use a card, I'd take 2 or 3 damage every time. And after I realized that I had cards that were free, or upgraded cards that I did from using upgrades on my gems, then it made it a lot more easier, and then it was just using whatever food I could, or water I could, and not taking a shit ton of damage. Like I said, crafting in this game is also really nice because small fire gives you more food. If you get a comfy pillow, that gives you bandages to heal to each. A cozy fire is more food, so on and so forth. And of course, with your own deck, this is for both of them. You can upgrade your lazy to explore or walk to lazy and then continue on after that. In each run, you'll always be able to fight a boss at the end of it. And that's all I gotta say, to be honest. I'm still playing it myself, putting, I think, maybe about 3-4 hours into it so far. And it's fun. It's a really casual, chill game. If you're looking for something that's not like a shooter, but it's kind of tough and a little bit different, highly recommend picking up ZOR Pilgrimage of Slorfs. Anyway, I've been One Nut Punch as usual. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.